everyone, Kathy here, and today we're going to do another tall skinny soap in our Brambleberry tall and skinny mold. And this one is going to be fragranced in a strawberry fragrance from Voyager Soap and Candle Company here in Canada. I'm just kind of waiting for my lye to cool down just a tad. I got a couple more degrees to go, I think. What I want to do is I'm going to do on the bottom like a white and pink swirl, and then I'm going to do a gold mica line and put the rest on top as just white, and then have a little bit of glitter on the top. Yes, glitter on the top, all you glitter fans. And so that's my plan. First time I talk about, if you saw one video where I had a question of the day. And this question was, do you believe, being a big sci-fi fan, do you believe there's life on other planets out there somewhere? And I thought it was a pretty basic question. And I was surprised myself at the number of you, and this is no way a judgment by me. I was just surprised by this, so don't take offense, please. But I was surprised at the number of you who turned it into like a question on religion, when it was not a question on religion. It was just, do you believe there's life on other planets? But I guess some of you believe the two are intertwined. So that I found interesting. That's all I wanted to say. I just found that very interesting that some people believe, because of their religious beliefs, that we are the only life, I guess, in existence on this planet. So I wanted to say I found that very interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little more, not as deep of a subject. But going back to 2010, I don't know if for those of you who don't know, we lost my oldest son, Evan. He was 20 at the time, and he passed away due to a condition called SUDEP, which stands for Sudden Unexplained Death in Epileptics. And it's where basically they don't know why this person dies. They don't have a seizure, nothing's wrong, their meds are fine, there's just no cause for it. They just simply pass away. So up until that happened, we had always, my husband and I are always like, well, one day we should do this, or one day we should go here, or one day we should take a trip there. Excuse me. And so after we lost Evan, the first thing my husband did was he booked a family cruise. And every year since then, we've been lucky enough to go on a vacation. We go and enjoy somewhere, whether it's take a cruise, or we've gone to Dominican Republic and stayed on a resort. We've done several cruises. We've gone to Hawaii, I think 3 times now. We've been back to visit my mom in Washington State, and my daughter. And, a long weekend trip here and there on occasion. So anyway, my question of the day for today is, if money were no object, then you could take a trip anywhere in the world. Where would it be and why? So a simple, easy question of the day. So where would you go on a vacation if you could, and why would you go there? So it's just a way for us to kind of get to know each other a little bit and see where everybody would go. And so that's my question of the day. Now we can get on to soap making, because I think I'm pretty well where I want to be temperature wise on my lye. So we'll get started on this and do my new strawberry fragrance from Voyager. So we'll pour in my lye. And we'll get started, baby. It's a rainy day, and so I thought, what better way to spend a rainy day than by making a soap video for you guys. And I did want to try this strawberry fragrance, so So we'll just lightly blend this together, and then I'll pour some off. And let's see, just a little bit, I think, for the strawberry color. I used pink lemonade and a bit of titanium dioxide. I think just that much for the strawberry, which I'll pour there. And we'll see how that colors up here. Let me give it a stir. Oh, I think that's a nice little color. It might be more than I actually wanted, but that's okay. And I'm going to scrape the rest of my titanium dioxide in here, and we'll get this blended up, and we'll get started pouring. Clean that off. And let's see, pour just a tad in there and the rest in here. Tuck so, do. And hopefully this doesn't set up too quick. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to stir my pink by hand. And I'll keep this fluid here because I want a nice swirl on the bottom. So I'll just mix my little bit of fragrance in here. Very nice. I like that. Smells really good. Okay. Bring my mold over here. And we'll pour some white in. I'm just going to kind of go back and forth, I think, with this. I'm going to have to wipe that off. I don't want my sides to be too messy where we come up with just white on the top. So I'll clean that off right away. And we'll pour some more white. And pink. Let's get the rest of the pink in. Leave just a tiny little bit in the bowl. And a little bit more white. Oops, you know what? It's kind of ricing. Let me blend this again. That's the thing. You never know what you're going to get with these fragrances. Started to separate a bit. So it's a good lesson for you. Not to panic. Not to panic. Sometimes your fragrance oils will funky things. Anyway, we'll let that sit for a minute and then I'll finish blending. But I want to get my mica line on top of this. So while that's doing its weirdness, I'm sure it's still going to be a very pretty soap. I hope anyway. I may get some glycerin rivers and stuff going on. Okay. There's my mica line. Beautiful gold mica. I'm going to wipe my sides again. And continue blending over here where we got the funky stuff happening. Oh, come on. Okay. Some bizarreness going on with my new fragrance. All I can say is at least it's not seasoned. Boy, this is really weird. I've never had anything do this before. So it's got to be the fragrance. Well, this is not turning out how I wanted it to. Very liquid. It's like the mica, even that part of the soap is being really weird. I wonder if I add, it's not what I wanted. Trying to think of something creative to do here. I'm gonna pour just my little bit of pink in here. So we're changing it on the fly. It's just to see. Well, you know what? Nothing's happening here. I'm not even sure this video is going to make it to you guys. So anyway, I'm going to just pour this in and we'll see what happens in 24 hours. And we'll see if I even get soap. I may not even get soap. This is rice so bad and it's separated. And I would call this a complete soap fail. So like I said, we'll let it sit and see what happens. I just poured right through the mica line. So I'm not too proud to show my failures. Because really, I'm blaming this on the fragrance oil since I've never used it before. And may not ever use it for soap again, frankly. Not impressed. Not impressed at all. I've used this recipe as far as my oils are concerned. So the fragrance is the only factor that's changed. But you can see what a hot mess that is on the top. I'm just cleaning out my bowl. I always try and wipe things out right away when I can. And this is super easy to wipe out since it's pretty much liquid. Anyway, Lord only knows how this will turn out. I will share it either, and if I put this video on YouTube, I'll share it. If not, you can see my pictures on Instagram, I guess. But I will tag it as a soap fail, regardless of what it turns out to be in the end, successful or not. So, I mean, look at that. It's totally liquid. Can you see that? Look at it. It's liquid soap, and I didn't even intend to make liquid soap. Goodness sakes. Do I even waste glitter? Well, we'll waste some glitter on the top, because maybe it'll get solid eventually. You never know. So, we may or may not see this on YouTube. And if we do, then I'll be right back to cut it. Hi guys, it's Kathy, and this is my soap fail. Okay, so this is what a soap fail looks like. I kept this, let's see, I made the soap on Monday. Today is Friday afternoon, and you can tell there is this this much like liquidy gunk. Gunk is all I can call it. Still on the top. It hadn't absorbed. So what I did was I managed to pull it out of the mold. It was really hard to unmold from my wood mold. And anyway, I finally got it out. I broke up the bits that had pretty much solidified. And I threw it in a crock pot. I'm going to cook it back down. I'm adding a bit of milk to this, which is what I do when I have to, say, rebatch something. I throw in some milk. I have my crock pot on low, and I'm just going to cook it down and see what I can do with it. So we'll be back to assess the progress. Okay, we're back, and this is my soap fail. Oh my goodness, this was terrible. So I fully blame this on the fragrance oil. This is that strawberry from Voyager, and I thought, oh, I wanted to use this so much. It's not supposed to discolor. You know, anyway, I learned my lesson. I won't be using this for soap anymore. But anyway, we've cooked down the soap that was left in the mold, plus what did not turn into soap. It was still liquid on the top. I've cooked it down, and we've got it all together here. And I think we can get it into molds now. What I want to do, though, instead of having all one color like this, I'm going to add a little bit of coloring to half. I'm trying to think. I'll use this. It's got a little bit of gold left in it, but I'm going to put a little bit of raspberry, I think. No, what is that? Yes, raspberry mica. It'd help if I knew what I was doing. And some sweet almond oil. I will mix that up a little with my mini mixer. Just to give it a little color in half the batch, so I can add some interest. Hopefully. I'm just going to kind of make a well here. Pour this in. And then color half. Wow, that's warm. So we get half of this colored, just so we have kind of a bit of two tones going on, hopefully. And then we'll scoop it into the mold. I'm not using the tall and skinny mold. I'm using my shorter molds. So maybe I'll make shorter bars. But I will put a bit in and then I'll bang it down. Do, 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 do. So take that and I'm going to bang it down. Like so. I think I'll keep going in that mold. So I was thinking, well, I'm not going to do this video because the soap didn't turn out. But the last time I had a soap fail and I didn't do a video on how I fixed it, some of you commented how you would like to have seen how I fixed it. So, okay, here we go with this batch. I very rarely have a fail. But I don't want to appear to be Miss Perfect Soaper like some people. So I am not going to be Miss Perfect Soaper. Just for you guys. So I'm just going to kind of mound it up here on the top. I guess I won't need this other mold. I'm just going to keep piling it up here. It's kind of like oatmeal consistency. But I'm glad it, excuse me. I'm glad it came back together in the cook here. And it's going to be a fantastic soap nonetheless, even though it's not what I originally wanted for this soap. Anyway, just kind of smooshing this down here. Like so. Not originally what I wanted, but what the heck. So, you know what? Glitter makes everything better, doesn't it? I think so. Anyway, we'll let this cool and we'll come back. Woohoo, fairy dust. And hopefully you can see that. Anyway, we'll let it cool off. We'll come back and we'll cut it. And we'll see what we've got. It, like I said, still going to be a great soap to use. Not the design I wanted, however. Anyway, we'll zoom in here on our little strawberry fugly soap. And we'll be right back to cut it. Okay, so we're ready to take this out of the mold and cut it. It's a little bit tacky. Tacky. But we're going to do it. So, not terrible. Not terrible. All right. Bring it down here. Grab a paper towel. And here we go. needless to say, this loaf's going to be for me. So you can see at least we have some alternating colors thanks to my adding that raspberry mica. Here we go. Not terrible. Like I said, at least I didn't have to throw the whole batch out. And that would have been a real waste. So there's always some way to save a ruined batch. Anyway, I think these turned out pretty cool for soap fail. We'll call it a soap fail, but there's nothing failed about it. I mean, it's still soap. It's still usable. It's just not how it, you know, it didn't behave how you wanted it to, or it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. But like I said, certainly nothing wrong with it. So that's why it's always a good idea to have a dedicated slow cooker or crock pot that it's dedicated just for soap use. So you can save batches that need saving. And I do. My crock pot usually sits on the corner of the floor over here, being neglected until called upon. Actually turned out pretty cool. The color scheme is still going with the strawberry fragrance, I think. It's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad at all, if I do say so. And there we go. Last bar. And a small little sample slice. So, thanks for bearing with me through this horrid soap video. But y'all wanted to see how to save a batch. Some of you did anyway. For those of you who didn't want to see a fugly soap making, I apologize if you made it this far in the video. But there we go. That's my soap fail. Strawberry fragrance from Voyager Soap and Candle Company. Never will be used in soap again. Not in my dojo. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. Please hit subscribe if you'd like to see more soap videos. I promise you they won't be soap fails. And follow me over on Facebook and Instagram at Dirty Booty Soaps. Whoops. See, I'm still failing. Dropped them right off the tray. Anyway, there you go. That's my strawberry soap. Y'all have a great weekend, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.